can we read the check-in update email first? Is that what you have pulled up?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I love you. You were fucking on it, dude.
Yeah.
You were on it.
So this one is titled Our First Check-In.
Okay, I'm going to pause you because this came from a Discord, a patron that was in the premiere this morning on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, we did our first check-in and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, you need to send me an email and tell me how it went so that we can discuss it, because it's one thing for us to tell people how to do things. It's another to actually get confirmation that what we're doing is working. Mm-hmm. And I have not read this email yet. So if it's horrible...
It's not.
Okay, good.
She did a very good job of putting in detail. She included questions, their answers,
Dope. I'm also going to shout out Luca real quick before you get into this.
I love Luca.
We have a guy on our Patreon that's in the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. He has done all of the documents for us in terms of creating the PDFs. And he emailed me this morning and asked me if I would be okay with him expanding the check-in questions. So he's going to create a new list of questions and send them to me for approval. And if we agree on them, he's going to add them to the PDF that we've already created and then send it back.
Do we have a fifth person on our crew right now?
I mean, kind of do, because he is doing
That's
shit behind
insane.
scenes. He's been handling a lot of the images and shit that we've been doing.
Right. I have the goose that
Yeah.
he made saved in my phone. I love its little feet.
Yeah. He helped get Brian the Bison.
Yeah.
But he's also been doing PDF stuff. And it wasn't like, it's not like I did ask him to do the PDF thing, because he did the first one on his own.
Yeah. And he did really good.
And I was like, bro, I need the check-ins. Like, I need you to do the kids' check-ins PDF also. And he nailed it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I need you to get all the comments from the gentleman video so that I can read through them to see if there was anything there. And like, I could just remove stuff because of the comment section on YouTube. And that was a complete waste of time, but he did it. And like, no questions asked. He's like, yeah, I got you. And he did it.
We're a 5-man crew.
Kind of. Yep. My 4.5. I can't count on him all the way on that, but like, he's offered to do a lot. And I think that he probably will be the 5th. And so now we have people all over the world, literally.
Literally.
We have 2 people in the U.S.,
Yeah.
someone in New Zealand, and now somebody in the Netherlands that are trying to help. And we've had a lot of other people reach out and be like, hey, I can help you with streaming. I can help you with emails. I can help you with this. I can help you with that. And though I really appreciate all of that, like, I don't want to get too big for my britches.
Right. You know, speaking on people being from out of the U.S., I made that video this morning about how we got recognized. There are people who are subscribed to us in Ireland, Sweden, Australia. There was one from Nigeria.
Wild.
It's insane. Another person was like, you guys are blowing up. Like, I was at work and we were all talking about you.
Yep.
Crazy.
That's wild.
I love you guys. All right, into the email. Okay, so warning. It's a long one, but you said to be detailed, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory so that y'all can understand why this is such a moment for me and us. We are both SA survivors. I won't go into detail. That statement alone speaks volumes.
That's all we need to know.
That is all we need to know. I don't need to know how it happened, where it happened, or how old you were when it happened.
Yep, I'm good on that.
Mentally, I cannot handle it. Like a lot of other people, we have plenty of things in our past that have affected us in some way. We lost a son, and that killed us both on the mental end. Our almost 18-year-old son is struggling with a bipolar, BPD, anxiety, and a few other mental health things. I'm sorry, I'm going to reread that. I saw 18, and my mind went to month-old. I'm like, don't tell me you like, fuck. Okay. We lost a son, and that killed us both on a mental end. Our almost 18-year-old son is struggling with bipolar, BPD, anxiety, and a few other mental health things. So, can somebody have bipolar and BPD at the same time?
Yep, and they are a fucking mess.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We have a 16-year-old daughter who should be in therapy for some things she's been through. However, her biological mom has not taken her and refuses to. Our 4-year-old is our rainbow baby and pretty healthy other than her sassy attitude. Oh my God, I get it. Our daughter's getting ready to turn 4 and like her and I are getting ready to throw down verbally. She's really trying me. Like, she rolled her eyes at me once and I was like, I don't even roll my eyes. Are we just born with attitude? I don't understand. Our 2-year-old has gone through 2 scares of cancer. However, we recently found out there is no cancer concern and was diagnosed with trauma-bonded PTSD due to things that happened in the daycare she used to attend and is now going through therapy.
And that's why I'm so pro stay-at-home mom.
I did a lot of research into the daycare the kids went to.
Yeah.
Like I took about 6 or 8 months trying to figure out where they were going to go. And even then, for about 3 months, I was panicking that I was going to get a phone call that they were having bruises or something happen with a teacher. Mm-hmm. Our 1-year-old was born with a heart defect and is being seen by a doctor for that, but otherwise very healthy.
Damn, how many kids y'all got?
So 5, including the one that passed away.
1 is enough for me.
1, yes.
2 is too many.
It really is. Oh my God, it is. I love being a mom. They're just a lot. We do have fun though, like little dance parties and shit. It's fun. It's stressful. We get annoyed with each other a lot. I love that our kids are so articulate though, because when they're getting frustrated with me, they look at me and they go, "Mommy, I'm getting frustrated with you." And I'm like, "Oh, samesies." Why are you frustrated? And let's figure this out. Being a parent's a roller coaster. To see it all written out like that certainly makes you wonder how you've made it this far without giving up. I was thinking that. That all of that is a lot. Nonetheless, we began our check-in with one simple question. How are you? Yes, I overthought the heck out of this question. I am working on that.
Woo, that's a hell of an opener. How you doing? Fuck, I don't know, man. This is, oh man, that was so hard. Sweat dropping. It's like the meme with the button. The dude's like...
I get it though. There are times like when I'm like an emotional mess and you're like, what are you going through? And I'm deer in headlights. Like, yeah. Speaking of sweating, this morning while I was in the shower, you winked at me. And I never realized that you could sweat in a shower and have 2 different types of wet going on. Or the wet from the water and then my sweat.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah. But that's a thing that can happen if you didn't know.
Yeah.
You can sweat in a shower.
That's funny.
It's like getting shot when you wink.
That was very, very random.
It's because,
very random.
Well, I thought about it in the shower and I was like, I need to tell him that when he gets home. And then all of these other things happened. And then you mentioned sweating and it triggered the thought.
Gotcha.
So I just needed to know, you to know.
That you can sweat in the shower.
That you have that effect on me. Yeah. Sole credit to you. My response was, good. With all the chaos we have recently been through between financial hardships, cancer scare with our 2-year-old, the legal stuff with the daycare, multiple friends show their true colors by slamming my name into the mud. In all honesty, I am doing really good. All of our chaos lately has taught me that I am much stronger than I realize I am, and I do not need toxic people in my life. It is more than okay to walk away from friends who do not fit the vibe I am aiming for. Peace, patience, and positivity.
Okay, say that again. Read that again.
Just
in case you guys missed it. They don't have to go back and hit the 30-second thing. Just read that again for them.
It is okay to walk away from friends who do not fit the vibe I am aiming for.
That's it, man. And that includes family.
That does include family. That's why my circle is so small.
Yep.
I am very, very selective when it comes to my vibe. His response, do not quote me entirely on this because I know I will be forgetting something. I'm human. Well, I am quoting you directly because this is your email. Yeah. So I can't get shit on. Exhausted. I haven't been sleeping well between everything going on with our 2-year-old in the daycare. Plus trying to research things for investing in. That's smart though. Mm-hmm. Thinking of ideas to help us financially, battling with myself on being a good dad, provider, and husband. Side note to his response, he is doing amazing at being a dad, provider, and husband, even if he is struggling to see it.
God, I hope you fucking told him that. God, I hope you told him that.
She did. She said side note to his response. Oh, so it doesn't, she's just saying that.
Right.
Okay, I hope you did say that during the check-in. Because him saying that is what he needed to hear the most in that moment.
Yeah, you could have validated that and made him feel like $1 million.
I really hope she said it.
Same.
That would have changed his whole mental state.
Right.
Our next question, how is your mental health? My response, right now, surprisingly, my mental health is much better than it has been in a while. I don't feel so overwhelmed and run down. Although I'm exhausted due to our little ones wanting to sleep in our bed, I am in a much better place mentally than I have been. While learning to communicate to you, I am also learning how to communicate with myself and to not overthink constantly.
That's huge.
That overthinking is hard to break.
Yep.
I am finding ways to prevent becoming overwhelmed, and when I do, I am figuring out how to process it and stop my anxiety before it gets bad. I used to let the kids sleep in bed with me, and I broke that habit probably about 3 months, or I tried to start breaking the habit probably about 3 months before we moved in together. And they're doing really well with sleeping in their own room. They used to get up multiple times at night to come and get us. And now it's maybe once while they're being here, once a night, once a day, and once that night.
Yeah.
So it went from being 3 to 4 times every single night to one night once a week. And the other night, our daughter was having multiple nightmares and I fell asleep on the floor in there. I would rather fall asleep on the floor in their bedroom than have them getting used to sleeping in the bed with us.
Same. Yep, same.
Not shitting on you for it.
No, it's hard having your kids in there kicking and turning. You can't move. You can't, you know what I mean? It makes your bed significantly smaller.
It does.
The extra body heat, that's the whole thing.
So not shitting on parents who co-sleep. It was something I did when they were younger. Trying to break the habit now. I mean, the habit is broken, but every once in a while they have nightmares. Our son has a night terror. I don't want to get shit on in the comments. His response, my mental health is okay. I asked him to explain. Between being exhausted and not getting my mind to shut off, all the health stuff with our kids, the daycare stuff, financial things, I just feel like I can't catch a break. I know I am fixing to have to make a lot of changes with our oldest, the 18-year-old, because the way things are going with him needs to change. And that is where our conversation paused because our lovely 4 and 2-year-old strutted into our room and decided our bed was way better than theirs. Called them little turkey butts. I love that. So, again, not shitting on this person. This is a perfect moment where you can make your marriage a priority.
Right. Send them back to bed.
Send them back to bed. Take 10 or 15 minutes, get them back in bed, get them comfortable, and then come back and continue the conversation.
Yeah.
Check-ins like this are extremely important because you're both divulging everything that's going on in your mind right now that you might not know is going on otherwise.
Right. I actually think, though, that because they just got into a very deep conversation, having the interruption is probably a slight reprieve.
Yeah.
To let them level back out and get back into it. Because sometimes the emotion thing, I can see how a check-in could become an emotional dump.
Yeah.
Where you go from feeling like a normal conversation to just word vomiting everything out, and then the emotion aspect of it could become a thing, and people can start crying, not because they're angry.
It's just a lot.
Right. So that interruption could have been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
It's happened with us in our check-ins. Phone will go off. I have to look at my watch.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's texting about the shop. Hang on, real quick. It's just that quick breathing thing, because I don't want to cry in front of you.
Right.
So in the event that I'm just overwhelmed or I'm having a hard time talking about something, because sometimes it doesn't have to be anything about anything. I can cry to a commercial sometimes. It doesn't take much. Once that emotional nerve is hit, it's game on.
Yeah.
And I have to until that quells down. So those little reprieves are necessary sometimes. Not saying that it's not okay to cry in front of your partner, but who the fuck wants to be a sobbing mess? Snot bubbles, it's just not pleasant.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
The reprieve and taking a moment. So if you do take that moment, remember to finish the conversation.
Yes.
Don't think that it's over because kids came in or mother-in-law called and there was something going on.
Yeah.
conversation does need to continue.
Yeah, you're basically just muting the Arms of the Angel commercial.
Yeah.
So you don't have to hear that and see that until it's over. Yeah.
I kind of want to like, fuck you, bro. Because I am now realizing when we watched the Top Gun Maverick and I'm sitting over there crying, you were sitting over there holding back tears, but you're teasing me for crying.
That was very random.
You looked over at me and you're like, you're crying. You're crying. And I was like, leave me alone. I put up the blanket so he couldn't see me. And the whole time you're fighting tears. I love it.
Oh, man.
Like, knowing now that was the situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I love that. I love that was the situation.
When we this is really random, really off topic, I should say. When Sean and I went and saw I Am Legend, we're both of us we're both very big men. He's much bigger than I am, but I was very big at the time, and we're in the back of this theater fucking sobbing when he had to kill his dog, and I look over and he's like, and I realized he was crying, which made me cry harder. We're sitting in the back there just like ugly crying in the theater. I don't do the animal thing. I just can't.
I love that you guys shared that moment.
It's funny. He brought it up the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you guys have that memory. That's so dope.
It's dumb.
It's fun. That's the kind of shit that you're like, I'm glad you're in my life.
Yeah. We ugly cried in the back of the theater. Thanks for being here, homie. Like,
there's no one else I would rather ugly cry with.
Yeah, it's funny.
So we shall continue our check-ins, and I will update as I can. I know things are fixing to become extremely crazy with all the legal stuff. However, this is also a good thing. All of this communication and self-growth, as well as growth as husband and wife, has become possible because we learned how to properly utilize the tools we had to better ourselves and our marriage. She said we're amazing teachers. We both look forward to learning more and more from y'all.
I know that like this is not our information. Like we didn't design any of this. This is from years of reading books and self-help and trying to implement things and find the things that we were able to make work for us and then explain it in a way
that makes sense.
That makes sense, right? Because when you read something and it's like medical jargon or it's prim and proper, and I don't talk that way. If I got to stop, wait a minute, and Google a word so that I understand what you're talking about, I'd be like, I need you to define that. It's a lot different than hearing it from somebody that talks like you do and lives like you do. So what we're doing is really just translating shit that we've already learned and putting it in a way that other people are able to understand it a little bit better and making it so you don't have to read the books, because not all those books are full of information. Some of them just have a gem in them.
Yeah, that is very true.
Some of them don't have any. Some of them don't make it past like the 4th or 5th chapter. I'm like, next.
I think that would qualify us as teachers.
Yeah.
Because teachers go to college to be taught to be teachers. They learn the information to pass on to others.
I'm going to go with mentor or coach.
Ooh, I like mentor.
Yeah. I don't think I'm a teacher. I don't think I'm smart enough to be teaching anybody anything. I can give you advice. You can maybe utilize it. I don't know. I don't want to be called a teacher. I respect that was a term that was used, but I don't think that I'm qualified for something like that.
So
I'm the Home Depot of communication.
Shut up.
I got the tools. You got to build that shit. What is their logo? It's better here or some shit like that?
I don't know.
Now I got to look.
But I love that you called yourself the Home Depot of knowledge or of tools, whatever you said. Because this is really random. I love the way Home Depot smells. Like, I just love Home Depot in general. And I love the way you smell, and I just love you in general. It's fitting in more than one way. So I think teacher does apply in this scenario, and I think that just because you don't want to be called a teacher and it makes you uncomfortable is why you don't like it. Not that it doesn't apply.
Okay. I'll take that. How doers get more done. It's a slogan. Their slogan.
That's their slogan?
How doers get more done. So
I have never heard that.
We're the Home Depot of communication. How talkers get more done. How I don't know. I'm gonna rip their shit. I'm gonna make a T-shirt with their logo that's not their logo, and totally make it look like a Home Depot shirt. And we're gonna get sued for it, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Please don't. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want the ramifications of that.
And instead of calling it the Home Depot, it'll be the Home something else.
He's still going.
I am still going because it's a home improvement store.
It is a home improvement store.
We're giving communications to fix your fucking home. Like,
We're
giving you the
improving
tools
homes.
to improve your house, your household. Be the Household Depot.
Oh no, now I'm on board.
The Home Hold Depot.
Okay. I'm accepting the ramifications.
Yeah, we just have to figure out how to do it with enough change to not get sued. You know that
we should talk to our lawyer.
Yeah, we should. We should probably stop talking about this now.
It makes me feel better getting the warning out there that I'm going to be stupid.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
It is what it is. I don't judge.
Also, you brought me that soda, and I wanted to go. You're the best around, and no one is ever going to bring you down.
You're the best.